Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. We're also going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well in the scriptures, and salutations to all you brothers out there who are pushing his word in all truth and all sincerity. It's going to be another installment of America is Falling, and we got this article from RT, and it's entitled, can you read the title?
Yeah, the title is Erdogan urges Turks to dump dollar to support Lira.
Yep, and that's basically, Erdogan is the, I don't know if it's president of, or prime minister, or whatever the title is, of Turkey, okay? Yeah. And they're, and he's, suggesting that they dump the dollar, okay? And Turkey is, NATO, it's a part of NATO, and it's a huge ally to America out there in the Middle East, okay? And now even America's allies, as time keeps going by, they're turning their backs against America, okay? And right now it's just starting financially, whether it be with these tariffs or actually dumping the U.S. dollar, okay, in trade, and that's making this this already weak U.S. petrodollar that much more weaker, okay? Or that much more weak. And but this is all biblical prophecy. Can you get that in Obadiah? Start off with that, and then we'll read a little bit of that article.
Sure. This is Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
That's right, okay? So all that were confederate with you, they've deceived you, okay? They're at a point now where, yeah, they may smile in your face, but they're ready to, attack you, man, backstab you, all right? And you see it right there, man. Hey, these Turks, they're now trying to dump the U.S. dollar, man. All right, they're trying to dump the U.S. dollar, and it's gonna get only worse for this place. All these allies, everybody out there in the world, man, they're just gonna drop this dollar. And the reason why they're able to do this now too is because Russia is being a guard unto all these other nations. All right, because America, if this was, let's just say 30, 40 years ago, America would have just bombed the shit out of Turkey, man, or these other nations for dumping their dollar. They would have had some type of proxy army, okay?
Yeah.
Be sent in there. These so-called rebels or whatever it may be, and disrupt the land, okay? They'll be paid mercenaries doing that. Economic hitmen. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
All right. That's what would be in these lands, taking that particular government down. All right, or getting them in order. But now, like I said, they can't do that anymore because Russia is being that guard unto them, as the biblical prophecy says in Ezekiel 38. Which should we get that now?
Yeah, we get it right here.
Yep. We're gonna get it now, and then we're gonna get into the article.
There's Ezekiel chapter 38. I'll start from the top, verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Yeah, that's basically talking about Russia right there, okay? Because Russia now dwells in the land of Gog and Magog, okay? All right? That's current day Russia.
Okay. Verse 3, Ezekiel 38 and 3, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
That's right. So the Lord's putting that old, war spirit back in these Russians, man. Okay, that's why they're gearing up for war. The Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to use them mainly with all these other countries, to wipe this place out, man, to wipe America out. All right, they're getting these thermonuclear missiles, more advanced and sophisticated. Their people's the people of that land, their mindset is now geared for war. They're getting prepped up for this, man. Okay.
God. Ezekiel 38:5. Persia, Ethiopia.
Yeah. So go slow with this one. It says Persia, which that's modern day Iran, and you see what's going on in Iran. Okay. They're having all these issues with the United States. They've had issues for years upon years, but now it's getting to the point where war is eventually going to break out due to these conflicts. Okay. What was the second one?
Ethiopia,
okay.
And Libya with them.
Okay. Basically all these North African countries, roughly, okay?
Oh, all of them with shield and helmet. Verse 6, Gomer and all.
With Gomer, which that's talking about Turkey, okay? Now we're starting to see how Turkey is going to how they're going to be used to basically destroy America, man. Even though at one point it was a great ally to America, now we're seeing that diminish right before our eyes. So it says Gomer.
Verse 6, Ezekiel 38:6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
That's right. So Russia is going to be a guard unto these weaker nations, so to speak. That's why now you see all these nations, they're bucking up against America. And that's because they have Russia as their allies and as their protector. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And America can't just go in and just, destroy that said, area. They can't do it anymore because Russia's right there, man. All right? So that's why, you have Turkey, now, basically dumping the dollar. All right? They're able to do this. Now, get into that article.
Okay.
We'll pull out a few scriptures, after that, Lord willing.
Yeah. So this is back in the article in Russia Today, RT.com. Erdogan urges Turks to dump dollar to support Lira. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called on the country's citizens to sell foreign currencies to support the Lira, which has seen a record plunge against the U.S. dollar amid a diplomatic conflict with Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Change the euros, the dollars, and the gold that you are keeping beneath your pillows into Lira at our banks. This is a domestic and national struggle, Erdogan said, as quoted by the Associated Press. The Turkish currency dropped more than 11% on Friday, hitting a new low of 6.3 lira to the U.S. dollar. The currency is currently heading for its worst week since 2001. The latest diplomatic row between Washington and Ankara was sparked over the arrest of U.S. evangelical pastor Andrew Brunson on terrorism charges in Turkey.
That's right, man. Okay, you see that's a typical U.S. move. They get caught with doing something, that country punishes that particular person, and now the U.S. gets mad about it. Okay, and then they will punish that country, man, by putting tariffs on them or whatever it may be, man. Okay, they try to systematically destroy that place. That's wickedness, man. Hey, man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the perfect devil. Yeah. The perfect devil, man. This man will sit there, get caught doing wickedness, but then somehow try to reverse everything and blame it on you, and then try to punish you. That's straight wickedness. Keep going on.
Kind. Brunson was detained in connection with the failed military coup in 2016 to oust the country's president. An official visit paid by the Turkish delegation to Washington didn't bring the parties to any apparent solution to the crisis. Brunson, a U.S. citizen and a Turkish resident for over 2 decades, was arrested in Turkey on a charge of terrorism and espionage. He is facing up to 35 years in prison if found guilty of all of the charges. According to Erdogan, the United States is waging an economic war.
Yep, an economic war, man. The trade wars start off, and then physical wars follow soon after. Okay? Keep going.
Yeah. The United States is waging an economic war against Turkey, and he has called on the country's citizens to respond. This is what he says. We are facing economic attacks today, and we need to defend our country, the president said. The economic attack against us now is the same as the coup attempt against us. I'm urging our country to increase outputs, to increase exports.
That's right, man.
Turkish stocks also saw a dramatic plunge on Friday, with the iShares MSCI Turkey ETF exchange declining by 11.4%. The ETF was already down 42.3% this year before Friday's loss.
God, how much?
There's just one more paragraph.
Okay, God.
Yeah. In July, U.S. President Donald Trump pledged to impose large sanctions on Turkey if its authorities refuse to free Brunson. Back then, the White House announced sanctions on Turkey's justice and interior ministers, prohibiting U.S. citizens from doing business with them.
Yep. You want to say something?
No, they're just, they're burning all their bridges, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got caught up in their mischief. Now they're trying to grease their way out of it, man.
Hey, can you get that scripture in Psalms? Look it up if you don't know where it is. I think it's in the 7th chapter or 17th, where it says, basically, he that diggeth the pit shall fall in it.
Okay.
I think that's how it's like paraphrased. You can look that up.
It is Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and it's fallen into the ditch which he made.
Exactly, man. That's America right now. All right, they dig that pit. They try to make that grave, so to speak. For these other nations, these other people, and now they're falling into that same pit, man. That they dug. Okay. Because man, wickedness, it doesn't prosper. It only prospers short term. Long term wise, it doesn't it doesn't continue, man. Okay. And can you get what is that? What do we want? That Revelation, the 17, like 17 or like 15 or something like that, with the beast.
Okay, get it.
Yeah, you got precept Salaki. Yeah, my bad.
This is Job 20 and 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Esau, Edom, this is their moment, man. This is their rulership, But, literally, it's just for a moment, man. Because in the kingdom, this is going to be like a bad dream to us, man.
That's right. That's right, man. Hey, scriptures are plain, man. And Esau is the biggest hypocrite, man. Biggest actor, deceiver on this planet, man. Always tries to play the victim, even though he's the one doing all these wicked crimes.
Which one?
I think it's like 17 and 15. Something like that.
Oh, the 10 horns? Or the waters?
No, 16, my bad.
Yeah. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
Yeah, which that represents, he used the 10 horns, and the beast represents modern day NATO, okay? And, they're, keep reading. It's locked, yeah, let this bypass.
Yeah.
That shit was loud as hell, man.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Exactly. And the whore is America. Okay? So basically, these allies of America, they're eventually going to sit here and, talk with amongst them one another, and, they're going to all be in agreement to destroy America. Okay? They're going to send their thermonuclear missiles to destroy this place, man. That's how this place is going to go out. That's how the whore is going to get burnt up, man.
That's right.
Okay? Just going to park right here for now. Not sure who. Let's just finish this off.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Verse 17, Revelation 17:17. For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will.
That's right. Everything is all orchestrated by the Most High. All right, to fulfill His will. And one of His wills is for this place to go down, man.
That's
by
right.
thermonuclear destruction.
That's right.
Keep going.
And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled.
That's right. Keep going.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Exactly. And that's talking about America. Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Okay? Mystery Babylon. The virgin daughter of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
All right? This is that city, that great city that reigneth over all the kings. Basically, for the longest, and even still currently, man, America calls the shots, okay? But now you're just seeing the fall of this place. You're seeing the backlash. Eventually, this is going to go down, man. This place can't last forever. We're at the final seconds of this place, man, so to speak. All right. Is there anything else?
No, that's the last scripture on that one.
Do you have another precept?
Oh, well, if you continue.
No, let's just end it off with this,
Okay.
man. All right, and with that, we hope that was an edifying lesson. And we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to our apostle and our elders, a great millstone. And salutations to all the Akim out there. Shalom.
Shalom.